morning, friends. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, and I hope the weather is as beautiful by you as it has been here by me. I am in Northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and this weekend has been absolutely gorgeous. The temperature has been perfect, the humidity's been perfect. It's just been perfect all the way around. Thank you again so much for joining me this morning, and thank you to everyone who joined me last night for our After Dark edition, where we got to witness Lucas finishing up his very first ever quilt. It's beautiful, it's amazing. I'm so proud of him. I think we all are collectively very, very proud of him, but we had a great time. It was a little bit of a longer stream than normal, but we still had a great time. So thank you so much for joining me for that. If you didn't get a chance to check that out, make sure you check out the replay for that later today. But today we're going to be working on our Norfolk project. But before we do that, I have a couple of quick little things I want to show you that I'm really, really excited about. First off, though, before we get into anything, I need to issue a little bit of an apology to you guys. So this morning when I went to go pop my stream on to do a live stream, I realized that I never posted a thumbnail for this week's video. So that's probably why you may not have gotten a notification until just before it went live or when it went live or things like that. You know, I try to be perfect, but sometimes I make mistakes. So I'm really sorry about that. I will try to be better about that in the future. Time has just kind of gotten away from me this month, and so I've just been a little bit behind, and so I'm really sorry about that. But we're here now. Hopefully you found me. If not, hopefully you're catching this as a replay, and I truly am sorry for any confusion that I may have caused. But either way, we are back today working on our Norfolk project. Now, a couple of quick things. What was I going to tell you? Oh, I mentioned it in yesterday's stream, but if you didn't catch it, for those of you who won the pattern piece, the free patterns, I do have those. They are actually packaged out finally, and I'm actually hoping to get some postage on those today. So I'm hoping to drop those in the mail this week. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out in your mail for those, and hopefully you'll see those here soon. The other thing that I mentioned in yesterday's stream is if you are a member, I am offering right now for members only, I am offering a free perk to any of our members. I have 2 boxes of scrap batting pieces. Oh, wow, I didn't realize the chat window was on. I'm sorry, let me turn that off. That's weird. There we go, that's a little bit better. I have 2 free boxes. They're 8 by 8 by 4 boxes of batting scraps. If you are a member and you are interested in receiving one of those 2 boxes, please send me an email and I will drop that also in the mail to you. If you are not a member of the channel and I still have extra boxes after I've offered it up to the members, you may be eligible for one of those boxes as well. But if you're not a member and you'd like one of those boxes, now is the time to sign up to get one on one of those boxes. I have 2 of them, 8 by 8 by 4. It's a bunch of scrap pieces of batting, not fabric, just batting pieces. I was kind of going through some of my stashes and some of my bins and things, and I came across a bunch of them. And I kept them to make like mug rugs and pot holders and things like that with them. But honestly, I'm just not going to be able to get to them. So I'd much rather give them to you guys so that you can utilize them a little bit better. They are little pieces, so you will have to kind of Frankenstein them up together, but there should be enough in each box for at least a table runner. So if that's something that interests you and you are a member of the channel, please send me an email and let me know, and I will be glad to drop one of those boxes in the mail to you. There was something else I was going to tell you guys about. I really need to write this stuff down because I can't seem to remember any of it, really. Members only, we will be doing our live stream on Labor Day. That is Monday, September 1st. We will likely be doing it in the evening, probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock Central Time. Although now that I'm thinking about it, my particular neighborhood likes to light fireworks off for holidays. So now that I'm actually vocalizing this and thinking about this, I think I'm changing my mind and we're going to push it to Tuesday. So members only, we are going to be pushing our live stream to Tuesday, September 2nd. It will be still at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, but then that way you guys can enjoy your holiday. You don't have to listen to my neighborhood popping off fireworks all night long, and we can deal with it then. So I will change that thumbnail because I do have one for that one. I will change that one to Tuesday. Normally we meet on Mondays, but for that particular one, because of the holiday, we will push it to Tuesday. So you've heard it here first, folks. Members only live stream Tuesday, September 2nd, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Last week, I wanted to thank Taylor again for last week for joining me. We were working on a new project that we just started called Schools of the Year. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to it. I was a little bummed out that I didn't get to film the first one, but I really appreciate her helping me out with that. I have not finished that one yet. That is on my to-do list for things to do today. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure. But the idea here is that eventually it will be actually displayed back here along this wall. We'll see how that goes. I might even hang it on the wall right in this spot here. We'll see. But speaking of things behind the wall, you can see this really cool, really ominous thing back here, and I'm about ready to show you what that's all about. That was a gift that was gifted to me by an extended family member, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And that's actually one of the reasons why I have the Zoom camera set up right now. It's actually connected to a phone. It's not the actual Zoom camera. That's why it's in the window like it is. But I wanted to be able to show you guys in detail kind of what that looks like. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But first, let me pop into chat, say hello to everybody there in chat, welcome them, and then we're going to take a look at what this is, and then we're going to work on our Norfolk project. I can't believe I think we're on the last block. Like, I was looking at it this morning, I was looking at the full quote because they give you pictures of it and things, and I'm pretty sure we're on the last block. I think the next, I do have another package coming in the mail. I was just received an email on that, but I think that's probably the backing, binding fabrics, and then the directions on how to put the whole thing together. So let me pop into chat, say hello to everybody there, and then I'm going to show you what this really cool thing, weird looking thing looks like right here. Uh, First and foremost, let's give a very special shout out to the very first person in chat today, which is probably because there was no thumbnail set up this morning, and that was Naomi. So good morning, Naomi. Thank you so much for being the very first person in chat and also for watching the channel. I truly appreciate it. Linda Denton is also here with us this morning. She says, I wondered where the video was. Yeah, it's all on me. It's totally my fault. I'm sorry about that, but welcome to the channel. Good morning. I hope you are well. Sandra Kay is also here. Good morning again, Sandra. Thanks again so much for joining us this morning. I hope you're having a great weekend. Fern King is also here. Good morning, Fern. It's so great to see you. Brenda Foley is also here. Good morning, Brenda. Welcome back. It's so great to see you. Susan is here as well. Good morning, Susan. Brenda says she's moving things for the electrician to come. Oh my, well, I'm hoping that that means it's going to be good things, because I think I remember you saying something about you lost power to like half of your sewing room, which is really unfortunate. So I'm glad to hear that you're getting that fixed right away and you'll be back up and running soon. Hopefully it's not too expensive of a fix or too crazy of a fix, but I'm glad to hear that things are moving in the right direction. I did say good morning to you, Fern, but I kind of flew through it a little bit. So good morning to you. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. I hope you're well. Let's see. Scrolling through. Good morning, Dawn. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. She says, hi, ladies. Hello, Dawn. It's so great to see you. Good morning. Welcome back. Brat46 was asking about the notice. Yeah, Brat, that's totally on me. I'm really sorry about that, but good morning anyway. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm so glad you're here. That was totally on me. I promise I will try to be better next time. Naomi says, Morning Dawn sounds like a book title. It totally does. It totally does. Yes, it absolutely does. But good morning to you as well. Mary H is back again this morning. Mary, good morning. Thank you again so much for joining us again. It's so great to see you. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. Kathy is also here. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. Kathy is one of our moderators, and she also is a content creator friend of ours. If you have not already, please make sure you check out her channel. You can do !Kathy in chat. I will give you a link. I love watching her channel. It is so much fun. She has such great guests on her channel, and it's just so much fun. They have such great conversations. It's like a mini quilt retreat every time you watch it. So make sure you guys check that out. It's absolutely lovely. Don't forget to check her out. And Dawn also has her own channel as well. Make sure you check out Dawn's channel. Dawn, I love watching. She does a lot of Instagram posts, and I really like watching them. And I need to be better about commenting on them to let her know that I am watching them. But I love watching her. She's just so much fun and so down to earth. She has such a great sense of humor. So make sure you check out her as well. You can do !Dawn in chat to follow her also. Let's see. Naomi, I had a coworker tell me my husband was the luckiest guy. He got to wake up at the crack of dawn. that's that's funny. That's really funny, Dawn. That's hysterical. Oh, thank you for sharing that with us. That was great. Good morning. Carrie Lynn is back. Good morning, Carrie Lynn. It is so great to see you again. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a great. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. Linda Denton says Lucas did a great job. Yes, he absolutely did. I am so proud of him. He did so amazing. I got to chat with him a little bit after the stream last night, and he was just beaming with pride for himself that he managed to accomplish it. He commented again on how great Cotton Cut's instructions were, how easy it was to follow it, and now he's really excited to start on the next project. So he and I will start some talks about what our next project will be. Don't know what it is just yet, but he does have some fabric for some projects, so we're gonna come up with something. So you'll definitely see him again here soon for sure. Yes, Susan, it absolutely did. Yeah, see? Aha! Mystery solved. It was totally on me. Totally on me. It's totally my fault. Yep. Let's see. Scrolling through chat, see what else I may have missed so far. Streamlabs reminding everybody to give a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the video. We've gotten a couple of new subscribers over the last couple of days, and I'd love to get to know you more. So if you are a new subscriber to the channel, please say hello in chat or leave a comment in one of my videos because I'd love to officially introduce myself to you. Thank you personally for joining the channel and watching. I really appreciate it. I know that I don't get a chance to do that with every single one of our subscribers, but if I could, I would. So if you give me the opportunity, I will definitely make sure to thank you personally. So I really appreciate that, especially if you're in chat right now and you are new. Make sure you let us know, especially if Lucas is here. I haven't seen him pop in yet, but if he does pop in, then we can make sure to hook you up with some extra thimbles to play some of the games in chat. We take really good care of our new subscribers. I think we take care of all of our subscribers, if I'm being honest. But we do try to give the newer ones a little bit of extra thimbles to play around with to get you started. Let's see. Just scrolling through chat, see if I've missed anyone else. I don't think that I have. Lots of Streamlabs notifications. That's totally fine. Oh, good morning, Gladys. I did see you there. Good morning. It's so great to see you. Welcome back to the channel. Oh, good morning, Terry. I didn't see you pop in this morning, but good morning. Thanks so much for joining me. Terry is also one of our moderators, and she also has one of her own channels, so make sure you check her out as well. She's just recently hit 1,000 subscribers. We're so proud of her for that. So make sure you check her out. You can do exclamation point Terry in chat. It'll give you a link. Looking forward to Lucas and his next project. He did a great job on Wild West. Yes, he absolutely did. Absolutely. That is the winning comment of the day. Oh, yes, absolutely. Oh, Brad46, you are so kind. She says, we love you no matter what, Danny. Well, I appreciate that. Because Lord knows I am full of flaws. But I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Takes the bow. Oh my gosh. That was pretty funny. That was really pretty funny. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. I'm just really quick scrolling through chat one more time. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Sometimes things like to reset on me. I think I got everybody. Terry goes, what's with the Zoom cam? Well, Terry, you obviously missed me talking about it, but that's okay because I want to show you what it looks like in just a minute. So you guys see the big black box over there that says Zoom cam, and that's because I have this phone, this old iPhone set up right now on the Zoom call because I wanted to show you guys something a little bit more up close and personal, and that's this weird contraption thing over here. I'm going to show that to you guys in just a second. If I missed you in chat, please make sure you say hello. Again, this time I want you to tag me in it, though. That to do that, you would use the @ symbol. That's the A with the circle around it. And then type in "so not an expert." And what that does is it highlights it right on the screen. So hopefully I don't miss it this time. But either way, thank you again to everyone for joining us this morning. We are going to have a great stream today. So without further ado, let me tell you what this is because I've been talking it up now for probably the last 10 minutes here. So let me show you what this thing is. So this was gifted to me by an extended member of my family. My stepdad's mom, or my step aunt, gifted this to me because she makes these. And I'm trying not to like show you what the front of it looks like because I want to do that with this camera. But she makes these. So she's a crafter. I've told you guys before, crafting runs in my family. It's not just sewing and quilting, but it's also crafting too. So I'm going to grab this, and I hope that I'm not going to make anybody dizzy when I turn this on. And then, of course, it's not plugged in, so let's see if we can get this thing to work here, shall we? Give me a second. I'm trying to set it up here. I'm not turning it. I'm not going to turn it on the camera. I want you guys to see it this way. Because you're going to be blown away. Like, you are going to be so blown away. Are you guys excited for this? Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Can y'all see? I'm trying not to shake the camera too much. So what she has done is she has created a miniature quilting room for me. Check this out. Check this out. You can see the picture in the background. I'm going to start with the background, and I'm going to show you guys. Yeah, more suspense. I'm going to show you guys all the little details in this thing, and I'm going to try and move the camera slowly, very, very slowly, so that I don't make you guys too dizzy. But in the background, I'm going to start with the background because the background just fascinated me. So in the background, you see a picture of a house right there. See a picture of a house right there. And there's just two windows in the front, and there's no front door. Y'all, that's my house. That's what the front of my house actually looks like. Now she took a photo. Now I don't have a barn, so you guys can see a barn in the corner. I don't have a barn, no. But the front of the house actually looks just like my house. I thought that was so cool. Yes, everybody saw the picture of Elvis hanging up on the wall already. Yeah, so we've got the Singer sewing machine. Again, I'm trying to do this real slow so I don't make anybody dizzy. But you can see the Singer sewing machine here. Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to show you what's behind it in just a second. But we're just going to, I mean, we got to look at all of these details. Like, look at all of these details. Like, here's the ironing board with the iron there. Where's my finger? There we go. There's the iron there. There's some scissors. And there's a pattern piece here. And then there's a measuring tape right here. And there's a spool of thread right here. Like, the amount of detail in this thing is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. This piece right here is actually a vacuum in the back. I'll show you guys that in just a second. But then over here on this side, we have this beautiful trunk. Look at the letter on the trunk. What? My initial is actually on the trunk. It is so cool. Where's my finger? It's like kind of hard. There you go. So there's my initial is on the trunk. We've got all these extra pieces, bolts of fabric here. So cool. And lace. She's got some lace in there too. And then a little mini quilt, which she made it. She didn't purchase that. She actually bought little pieces of fabric and sewed them up together to make this little quilt. And the quilting rack is just amazing. And then behind it, we're going to see if we can do this without making everybody 100% dizzy here. Sorry if I get you dizzy. There's a knitting. Can you see it? There. There's a knitting. There's my finger. There's some knitting here. So I don't do knitting, but I do crocheting. So she actually included that as part of this diorama, which is just so cool. So, so cool. Okay, so I'm going to swing back around for you guys. There's that vacuum I was telling you about. There's that vacuum. You can see the little table with the fresh flowers on it. And they're purple and green flowers. Check that out. And then, do you guys see it in the back corner there? Tucked away on the chair. Let me spin this. You see her? There's a little kitty cat. A little kitty cat is sitting on the chair behind the sewing machine. I mean, the level of detail, that she has gone through is just unbelievable. And there's actually something else here, and I didn't see it before. I don't know what it is. Let's see if I can see what it is. It looks like it's just an extra piece. I'm not really sure what that piece is here. I'm looking at this thing down here in the corner. I don't know what that is, but unbelievable. The level of detail that she has gone to ensure. And this, I mean, this thing is solid. Like, it is not going anywhere. Like, I've moved it around. And the top actually opens. So you guys can see that the tops actually open. So if something did move or needed to be readjusted, I could readjust it. And now you can see there's the kitty cat. There's a better picture of the background. And of course, the picture of Elvis hanging on the wall, which I absolutely love. And the fact that she found a stock picture that looks almost identical to my house. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, just unbelievable. I love the bolts of fabric. That is just so cool. With the little vacuum, it's just so neat. So I am over the moon grateful to my aunt for doing this. Just over the moon. I'm gonna find a good place to display it. I don't know where yet. I'm gonna have to put a shelf up somewhere. But that's, friends, is why we had the Zoom camera here. Is because I wanted to make sure that I could really get in there and show you guys the level of detail for this thing. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. So I was gifted it a couple of days ago. The forest behind the house. Yeah, I know. Like, the whole thing is just amazing. So I'm gonna turn it around this way so you guys can keep enjoying it throughout the stream here. It does not have any lights in it, and I think I'm okay with that. I'm gonna need to find a shelf to hang it on somewhere up here, somewhere. I don't know where yet. For right now, it's gonna sit there just for a little while. I have another shelf back there that I'm gonna put it on so that I can enjoy it back there. But I'm just blown away by the level of detail. So we probably don't need the zoom camera anymore. So what I'm gonna actually do, I'm gonna see if I can. Hang on. There was a way I was able to do this. I was able to do this before, and I don't remember how I did it before. If I disconnect the Zoom cam, then actually the Zoom call disconnects, and then I lose the video, and it's just kind of annoying like that. So I'm trying to find where I had it before. Hold on. There's a way for me to spotlight it, and now for the life of me, I can't figure out how I did that before. Well, there was a way to do it. I've done it once before, and now for the life of me, I can't figure out how to do it. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out later. But either way, that was a gift gifted to me by my stepdad's sister, my step aunt. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so grateful for it. I have not actually talked to her yet about it. I have not had the opportunity to reach out to her. Pin your screen. Yeah, I tried that. I didn't see it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, pin. There we go. Haha, there we go. All right, thank you very much for that. You're right. Thank you very much. So because if I disconnect it, then it disconnects the Zoom call, and I didn't want to do that. So now I know how to do that. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate that, Terry. So I wanted you guys to see it. Hopefully, she is watching this video and she knows just how amazing and just how absolutely humbled I am by it. But I will reach out to her directly and thank her again for it. So it's just absolutely gorgeous. But I hope that you guys, yeah, I hope you guys Yes, I got it. Yes. Speaker view. There we go. Yep, I got it. Yep, thank you. But I hope you guys enjoy it. It's the amount of detail is just unbelievable. I love the fact that it's detailed, but it's not cluttered. Like it's still very clean and organized and absolutely beautiful. And all of it is anchored. Like all of it, these are screwed in or glued to screws or things like that. So I mean, you saw me moving it around and nothing nothing moved at all. So it's pretty sturdy, and I really appreciated that. Terry says, "Give me, please." No. Did I cry when I got it? I did not cry when I got it. No, I did not. I did. I mean, I had an emotional reaction for sure, but I did not cry. Probably because she wasn't able to give it to me herself. She gave it to my mom, and then my mom gave it to me. So I think that that was part of it too. So I'm sure when I talked to her, when I actually expressed my appreciation for it directly to her, I probably will have a little bit of a different reaction, but I'm still kind of just overwhelmed by the level of detail to it and just so humbled by it. I just love absolutely everything about it. I love the fact that she included the little picture of Elvis in the background. That's just so neat. The details and the level of um just the level of detail that she went to the little D on the treasure chest and just I'm just absolutely humbled. So I will talk to her hopefully in the next few days and thank her directly for that. But it's just unbelievable. So I'm gonna actually move this out of the way because it's gonna be in my way. I don't really need it anymore, but I'm gonna just set it over there. So it's off the camera, right? You guys can't see it. Yeah, okay. You can see someone else has decided to join me. Uh, so it Jerry says, "Hi, Ivy, my pup." Yes, she's right there. I don't have any treats at all for her today, so she's probably gonna start whining here in just a minute. We'll have to wait and see. She does not do this thing for work. No, she does it as a hobby, and my mom has had one. She has built one for my mom before. My mom actually has a couple of them, a couple of different sceneries that she has, and she does it as a hobby. It's something that she enjoys doing as a hobby, and so that's what she does. I had no idea that she was gonna to make one for me, and so that was just I'm just so humbled by that. If you guys remember, Mama Joyce made that Halloween quilt a little while ago, and she was the one that Halloween quilt was gifted to. It was gifted to her, so there's this gift exchange of hobbies, and so it's been really great. And so I am over the moon grateful for it. I like I said, I'm still kind of a little bit in shock over the whole thing. Like I just keep every time I look at it, I see something different about it, and just it's just I'm just blown away. It's just absolutely blown away. Oh, Terry, I bet you do. If you want, Terry, I can send you some pictures of mine and just you can hang them on the walls to stare at you. That will help. um, Baby girl, I have nothing. I have nothing for you. I'm sorry. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. So, anyway, so let's get started with our Norfolk quilt today, guys. We are on block number 7. We are going to be making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. Let me show you what it looks like. There we go. You can see it kind of right there. That is what that block looks like. And just as a reminder, this is what the entire quilt will look like eventually. There you go. But we are on block number 7, and I think there's only 8. I think this was an 8-month project. But I'm pretty sure my next package that I receive from them will just be backing and binding and instructions on how to put it together. Now, obviously, based on the picture, I can figure out how to put it together, but I'm kind of hoping they give me directions just in case, because some of the blocks are different sizes, so I'm hoping they give me some instructions. So that is what we are going to be working on today. This one should go together pretty quickly. There are only 4 steps. So it should not take us very long. If for some strange unknown reason it does take us longer than our 2 hours time frame to put it together, then I have already planned on doing leftover live stream tomorrow for anything that we need to do after that, but I don't think we're going to need it. I think we're going to be okay. So first things first that we're going to do is we're going to take these big blocks. We've got 20 of these in different various fabrics. I love this fabric line. This is called Wild Meadow by Moda. Absolutely gorgeous. Still in stores because I was actually at the, oh my gosh, hiccups. I was actually at the quilt store yesterday. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Darn it. Let me go grab it. I was actually at the quilt store yesterday and I saw some more of this fabric there, so it was really kind of neat. I didn't buy any of it because I know that I'm getting the background fabric to go along with it, so I didn't need anything. But that's what I wanted to show you guys. Let me head over here real quick because I forgot to grab it. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Well, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Yesterday, my daughter Taylor ran errands with me. She was so sweet. She was tolerant with me, and she went to the quilt store with me. I did show you this, didn't I, guys? I did show you that I finally finished this bag that I made on one of my quilting classes. Wow, brain stopped for a second there. One of my quilting classes. This is the project that we were making. It's a tote bag with the foam batting. So, but yeah, so I actually used it yesterday. So yesterday we went to the quilt store to look for backing fabric for our squared up project. You guys might remember we just finished that one a week or two ago. This is the one that has all the really pretty spring fabric colors in it, and it's a very simple layer cake pattern. Super quick, super easy. Just some borders. Hi, Marie. Thanks so much for joining us. Sylvia, hello. So great to see you as well. Fern, was it last Sunday that I finished it? It might have been last Sunday. I don't remember. The days are all running together, if I'm being honest. But either way, I finished it either last Sunday or the Sunday before. I put the border on. Yes, you're right. It was last Sunday because I finished it on Katie's channel. I put the borders on. So you're absolutely right. See, you have a much better memory than I do. But I finished putting the borders on for it. But here is the backing fabric that I purchased to go along with it. I wanted to show it to you guys because I think it's going to work out really, really nice. But I want your opinion, of course. So here is the quilt. I'm not going to pull the whole thing out. We're totally going to get to this Norfolk quilt. Promise. So here is the quilt. You guys remember it. You've seen it a few times. I'm not going to pull the whole thing apart, but you guys can kind of see that. It's pretty colorful. Lots of pretty colors to it. Lots of pretty colors. The border is finally on it. So you guys can kind of see it. So it's got all kinds of pretty colors in it. I'm just, if I can see how you can see the orange here, this pink here. You can see these blues and the greens and the teals. It's all kinds of pretty. And then for the binding, fabric came with it for the binding. It's this, I wouldn't even call it it's like a brownish gray. Okay, this is the binding fabric. And I really like it. I think it's going to work out real well with it. But I needed to find something that kind of went along with this binding fabric and kind of went along with this. So here's what I found. You guys tell me what you think. What? Mint green. Definitely not a color I would have normally chosen for myself for this quilt, but I actually kind of like it. I think it's going to go really well. Can you move the dog cam to your left, please? Yes. Yes, I can. Thank you for letting me know about that. Is that better? There we go. All right. So here is the fabric. It's a Moda grunge fabric. It's mint green. It's blue. It's got a little bit of yellow in it. A little bit of a different shades of green. And so that's going to go with this quilt top. This is the binding. Obviously, this is the backing. And this is the top. What do you guys think? Did I nail it? The mystery quilt, Linda, no, I have not finished the mystery quilt. You're actually going to see that one come back next month. I have not finished that one yet. What do you think? Isn't that beautiful? Sorry to the hand with your watch on it. Oh, that side. So this is the watch side. You wanted to go that side? Yeah, I can do that. Hold, please. If it'll let me click it. There we go. This side. Where it's supposed to be. There. That's better, right? Watch. Oh yeah, that does make it so you can actually see. Sorry about that. So here you go. So here's the mint green. Here's the backing fabric. And then here's the quilt. So you can kind of see the green over here and the teal that comes into play here. But then you've also got these other really pretty spring fabrics. Yes, now we can see the quilt. I know, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the Zoom video. I'm not looking at... Sorry. Sorry about that. So there you go. What do you guys think? I think it's going to work. So this is the back binding here. This is the backing. And then this is the quilt top. So isn't that cool? I'm really happy with it. I don't care if you don't like it. But I'm really happy with it. Definitely not a color I would have normally have chosen. When I went to the store, I was looking for a lavender. I was thinking I was gonna do like a really light lavender. And then I found this and I just guys, you know how it is when you go to a quilt store that the fabrics just kind of speak to you. They're like screaming at you from the shelf. And that's kind of the way it was. Like we were there looking for different color purples for a couple of projects I'm working on, and I came across that one, and I was just like, it's screaming at me. Like I don't understand why it's screaming at me, but it's screaming at me, and so that is what we're going to go with. I actually have to drop this one off at the long arm. I'll probably do that next weekend. Put this in the bag here. So yeah, so I wanted to show you guys what it looks like. So the next time you see it, we'll be putting the binding fabric on it. It probably won't be until probably November. I think she's working on a lot of people's Christmas stuff right now, so she's quite a few weeks behind, and that's totally fine. There's not going to be any. Yeah, Marie, this was a curated piece that came with this kit. This was a kit that I purchased, and the binding fabric was curated as part of the fabric to go along with it. So I didn't pick that. That actually came with, but I'm really glad that I decided to stick with that because I thought, oh well, I can always change it if I wanted to. But I'm glad I decided to stick with it. Let me put these away so they're not in our way. I also have two back orders. Let me just put them away since I'm here. Put those away. Let me set these off to the side here, folks. Go. All right, Ivy, honey, you got to move. You got to move, baby girl. Okay. Yeah, so I'm really glad I decided to stick with that binding fabric. I think that those fabrics are really going to go together really nicely. And I kind of can't wait to see what it looks like when it's done now. Don't you love that, though? All right, so let's get to the project at hand here. We were going to be putting these together. Now, hopefully this goes together pretty quickly. We are going to be doing some more triangles. So we will have some more triangle scraps with this project. That's okay. We get through it pretty quickly. We're already, what, almost an hour in? My goodness. But this is a pretty easy quilt, so it should go together pretty quick. So first things first is we're going to need to sew up some triangle pieces. I've already marked the backs of them. That up there. This stuff here. Still haven't decided to hand quilt my mystery quilt from before the pandemic or have to it long arms. I have backing, batting, and binding for it. Just need to make a decision. Susan, I understand that. Yeah, sometimes it's I don't hand quilt, so for me that decision is easy. But I also understand the whole like, is that the next one that's in the list for me to do? Like I get that. So all right, so let's take one of these, and we're going to be. Can you guys still see? Yeah, what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to be attaching it to this side and one to this side. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's see if we can get through these pretty quickly. We start up right on the line. What is everybody else working on this weekend? I hope you're working on something fun. Go. Next. Dawn is lurking now. No worries, no problem. Not a problem. We understand. Now, you guys might remember when I showed you all the hauls that we got from Quilttown. I still have all of those projects that need to be finished up. I have not gotten to them yet. I still have them kind of piled up behind the camera here. I will get to them soon enough. You know, I thought doing both sides one at a time was going to be more efficient, but it feels like it's going to be going through a lot more threads. So I'm going to change these up a little bit differently, I think. Just do one side and then come back and do the other. Terry says, I'm taking a break. After sewing up my scrap quilt, maybe make a coaster or mug rug. That's all the bandwidth I have left. Oh, Terry, I understand that. Yeah. Kathy says, I just finished on my Halloween diamond art. Ooh, that sounds like fun, Kathy. Wow, where's your heart? That sounds amazing. Has everyone finished all of their Christmas stuff, or have they even started it? I don't really have any plans for Christmas gifts this year with regards to crafting or making anything. I don't really have anything planned. At first, I had thought about making those memory bears as a Christmas gift, but you know they're taking a while to do, which I knew they were going to take a while. So I figure I'll wait on those. I'll wait on those a little while longer. Not going to try to stress myself out to get them done. The good news is my schedule is starting to slow down a little bit, so I can start to get to all of these projects. So I'm going to be bringing the orders and backings and that kind of stuff back on the channel with regards to Wednesday Whip stream, so we can start working on those, getting all those done. I'm going to keep that long arm busy. Jeez, I've got so many of them that we're going to be finishing up. And of course, we have our 3 new Block of the Month programs that we're going to be working on as well. Those will all start in September. I'm excited for those as well. Hi Joyce, welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Donna, hello. It's so good to see you as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. Welcome back. I appreciate you being here. You both will have to check the replay later to see the beautiful dire miniature that I was gifted. Uh, Guys, Craft 2, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for being here as well. Sean, that's right. Yes, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting your name. I'm terrible with names. I apologize. I will learn them eventually. Um, yeah, you'll have to check the replay to check out that miniature. It's absolutely beautiful. It was gifted to me by an extended family member. I'm so honored and humbled by it. But right now we are working on block number 7 of our Norfolk project. This was an Annie's Attic Block of the Month program, or is an Annie's Attic Block of the Month program. And so far, I've really enjoyed it. I love this fabric line. Oh my goodness, it's called Wild Meadow by Moda. It is still available in some quilt stores. I've seen it. Such beautiful fabrics. Absolutely beautiful. Um, John. That's right. His name is John. I thought it was Sean. I'm sorry. I will get there one of these days. You might have to remind me a few more times. I'm sorry about that, John. But welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Same thing with Donna. Good morning. So much fun. And of course, my puppy cam, you guys can see it there. She was just on the camera a second ago. They come and go throughout the day. I don't have any snacks for them today. Normally, I entice them with some snacks, but I don't have any today. Because if I'm being perfectly honest, she started to make me a little bat crazy yesterday, asking for the snacks. So I just opted and said, not this time. Not this time. And it might look a little weird. I've got that weird zoom cam sitting up top there. I was using that to show everybody the diorama. And if I turn it off, then Zoom likes to disconnect me from the call. So I'm just gonna kind of leave it up there. I probably could have set it up as like an overhead cam to see what I'm doing here, and I might do that in the future. But right now, it's just kind of sitting there a little weird. Guys are playing all the games in chat. Don't forget you can redeem your symbols in for prizes. I am mailing those out here in the next day or two. I have run out of envelopes, and so I actually have to get more envelopes first. So that is kind of what's taking me a hot minute to get those out for you. But I do have them. They are kind of made up. They're just not packaged yet. So there's still time for you to redeem some more if you have more that you want to redeem. You guys can hear my little baby whining. Can you see her? Yeah, she's over there on the camera whining at me. She thinks I have snacks, and I don't. I don't have any snacks. I don't have any snacks for you today. No snacks today. Go. Separate these out. And I was doing both sides at one time, and that was going to take too long. So now I'm only doing one side at a time, so I do have to go back and do the other side on some of these. Get that done here in just a second. So this block's going to go together pretty quickly. I'm not too worried about timing on it. Obviously, there's a little bit of ironing and trimming, but it shouldn't really take us too long to put together. Let's grab these. But Mom, I know, I know. I'm a terrible puppy mommy. I'm a terrible fur baby mommy. I do not have any snacks for her today. She was making me a little crazy last night with her whining. Um, I actually kicked her out of the room. You guys remember I kicked her out, and then she proceeded to sit at the door and whine through the door for a while. Yeah, she was making me a little crazy. Love her to death, but if she wants something, she's gonna tell you about it. She's not unvocal, that's for sure. As you can tell. I got nothing. Nothing but love, baby. Nothing but love. So the puppy cam has become an official, permanent feature on the channel. It was just a special thing when we were working on our puppy quilt, which we're going to be working on that next week. But you guys loved it so much, and I've gotten so many positive comments about it that I've decided to make it a permanent fixture on the channel. Oh, ran out of bobbin thread. The dogs like green beans. Rat 46, my dogs do love green beans. They absolutely do. Yeah, I ran out of bobbin thread like 2 pieces ago. Oops. They love vegetables in general. Green beans, broccoli, cauliflower, carrots. Oh my gosh, they go absolutely crazy for carrots. But they do like them. I don't do freeze dried. I just do fresh or frozen. Um, but yeah, they do. They absolutely love them. We don't give our dogs traditional dog treats because they're really high in canine calories. Oh, looks like Fern has redeemed a new fat quarter. Congratulations, Fern, on redeeming another fat quarter. I will make sure to get that in the mail to you. For some reason, the sound effect didn't play out, but I did see that you redeemed it there, so congratulations on that. So we don't feed our dogs traditional dog treats because they're really high in canine calories, really, really high in canine calories. So we give them things, fruits and vegetables as treats. We also give them um, dry cereal. For example, the treats that I normally have in here to give to her, the snacks, are corn checks because they have almost no canine calories to them. Or a Cheerio. We also will do Cheerios too, just plain Cheerios. We'll give them those as well. It gives them the crunch without giving them the extra calories. Um, and we like to watch their weight because especially this one, she could eat her weight in gold if we let her. So we gotta watch her calories. But so like milk bones, dog treats that you buy from the store, we don't really give those. I have made dog treats before, but I don't have as much time as I would like to make them more often than I do. So I don't bother with those. We just go with the dried cereal and vegetables. When I'm cooking dinner at home and I'm preparing vegetables, specifically carrots, cucumbers, celery, cauliflower, broccoli, those types of things, the cut off pieces that I would normally like throw in the trash can or compost, I actually just drop them onto the floor for the dogs. So like when I'm shredding carrots, I don't shred them like into a bin. I just shred them onto the floor. So the dogs get to eat the carrot shreds. Same thing with cucumbers. They like a zucchini. We will feed the dogs red potatoes, but only if they're cooked. We don't feed them raw potatoes because raw potatoes aren't good for dogs. So we don't feed them those. We don't feed them tomatoes because those are too acidic for dogs. So obviously we don't feed those either. Yeah, but mostly carrots, green beans, broccoli. They love cauliflower. Ivy loves carrots. She goes absolutely crazy for carrots. Absolutely crazy for carrots. La, 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 la. Joy says I had a dog that loved pineapple and bananas. I don't remember if we fed them pineapple before. I know that they would eat bananas if I fed them to them, but I am allergic to bananas, so I don't keep them in the house. I do buy them on a rare occasion for the humans in the house, but the smell of bananas actually makes me sick, so our Honey Nut Cheerio is too sweet. Naomi, we go with a generic Cheerio, like an off-brand Cheerio, just because that way they tend to have less sugar in them. They tend to have less sugar and less calories and everything else. And plus, you know, that way we're not spending a fortune on dog treats that way. But we do have 3 dogs, and we do feed them treats, you know, 2, 3 times a day. So we actually go through a box of Cheerios pretty quickly, or checks pretty quickly. So we don't buy name brand. We just buy plain old Cheerios. But those were recommended by our vet, so you can always check with your veterinarian as well. But those were actually what was recommended by our veterinarian as a healthy treat alternative for them. Corn Chex seems to be the one that they actually like the best. They do eat the Cheerios, but they seem to like the Corn Chex better. And I don't know if it's a flavor thing, if it's a crunch thing. I'm not sure, but they do seem to really like those. So when you guys see me feeding them snacks here, it's actually little corn chucks. My brother's dog Lucy loved bananas and popcorn. Oh yeah, no, they love popcorn. Yes, popcorn is one of their favorites, and I will give them like 1 or 2, pieces, but I don't give them a lot of pieces, and I always make sure that it's ones that don't have any butter or salt on them before you know, because I love fresh popcorn. That's like one of my favorite snacks to eat. That's a healthy snack for you too. But of course, you have to have butter and salt on it. And so I usually will give the dogs a couple of pieces before I put butter and salt in the bowl. But the dogs know what the popcorn machine, because I have an air popper, and so they know what the air popper sounds like. Because Ivy will be sound asleep in another room somewhere on the other end of the house, and that air popper will start going off, and she'll just come barreling down the hallway because she knows what it is. Joyce, did you get that email about the HelloFresh box? I tried to make sure that I sent that to you. I'm just not sure if I sent it correctly or not. Whether you sign up for it or not, that's completely up to you, and it's none of my business. But I did offer up that free box code to you, and I just wanted to make sure that I entered it incorrectly, that I processed it correctly. So that goes for anybody else. I think I have 6 left that I can send out. I am not sponsored or anything, any way, shape, or form by HelloFresh. It's just a product that I use in my home and I enjoy. And it's a marketing thing, really, but as a promo, I can give out up to 6 free boxes. It's 5 or 6, I don't remember. But if that is something that interests you, if you'd like to give that a try, I can send you the code for it. Basically what I do is I take your email address and I go into the website and I type it in, and then I send you an invite to the free code. And in doing so, I do get a little bit of a perk for that. I do get a little bit of a credit on my own account, so it's not without its perks for me, but it's not something I'm sponsored by or anything like that. If you're interested, you can send me an email and let me know that you want one, and I'm happy to send it off. Since I've got it, I might as well share it, right? If you want it. All right, so both of So both sides are now sewn up together. So let's go ahead and get these ironed open and then trimmed down. I'm going to trim them first and then iron them. Makes it a little bit easier for me, because I'm going to use my rotary cutter to trim them. Let's grab this. Mr. Wizard and I really seem to enjoy the HelloFresh meals because it makes it so that he can cook dinner. They're really simple instructions. Taylor has made a couple of them already since she's moved back home this summer. They're just simple, easy recipes. And they're very healthy options. They have a bunch of different varieties if you have any types of food restrictions or allergy restrictions or dietary restrictions of any kind. They're usually pretty good about accommodating those things. Basically, you can pick the meals. They offer a variety of different meals to choose from. You don't have to get it every week. Get it every couple of weeks, whenever you want. Again, not a sponsored video by any means. It's just a product that I enjoy. That's all. All right, so let's go ahead and trim these all to 1/4 of an inch and then go ahead and iron them open. Just like with all of my other scraps, I will be keeping these triangles. I'm putting them in my scrap bin to be given away to our members as part of the Scrap Busters Club. There we go. Let's go ahead and trim these up real quick. I did give away some of these triangles already. I haven't seen anyone post any of their projects that they've done with them just yet. I'm sure they're still working on them. But just as a reminder, if you did get some triangles from me, if you wouldn't mind posting a picture on one of our social media pages, Facebook or Instagram, or even just email it to me and I'm happy to share it with the community on our community page. We'd love to see what you've made with them. I'm always inspired by how people are able to take those scraps and make something amazing with them, because I gotta tell you, I do not have a scrap game at all. I wish I had the time and the patience and the energy for scraps, but I just do not. Joey says it's coming. All right. No rush, no hurry. Just curious. Make sure if you can post in one of our social media pages, great. If you prefer not to, I completely understand. I respect your privacy. You can post it on you can email me pictures as well. What time is it? 11:30. We got about an hour. We should be able to do that. It's getting warm in here. There we go. Turn my fan on. It's getting a little warm in here. These lights that I have on do actually project some heat. I need to look into some LED lights, because these are apparent. I thought they were LEDs, but they're not. They're halogen, because they produce some heat. That's for sure. It does get warm in here. In the wintertime, it's nice because this room actually is a little chilly in the winter, but in the summer it gets a little warm. Now, you didn't have to use a ruler like I have. You could have just taken your scissors and cut it. But I like to use the ruler. It just makes it a nice straighter edge for me. There we go. Nice straighter edge for me. And I probably could line these up, a couple more at a time. Not in any hurry. It's a pretty easy block. There's only 4 steps to the whole thing, so it's really not going to take us a whole lot of time. And this is the only trimming step. Everything else is straight stitch sewing, so I'm not really worried about it. Not going to take us a whole lot of time. Liking the music today. It was a little weird at first, but it's gotten better. Anybody else bobbing along? I can turn it up a little bit if you want it up a little bit higher. I try to keep it low so it's just barely in the background. But it's pretty loud in my ear. Hi, baby. Did you come to say hello to everybody? No, I got nothing. So you can keep barking at me all you want. I got nothing. I don't have anything. I got nothing. I got nothing. So last night was a lot of fun. I'm really grateful to Lucas for joining me and finishing up that quilt top. It's beautiful. Him and Tony are going to be here in town in a couple weeks. They've got a wedding to go to. Lucas's brother is getting married. And so they're going to be in town. So they're going to actually be staying with us for a couple of days because Taylor is going over and staying at their house to cat sit for Snickers. So Taylor's bedroom won't be empty. So Lucas and Tony are going to be staying in Taylor's bedroom. So his plan is to bring his quilts here that weekend so that it can be washed in my wash machine. Since I've got the color catchers and stuff, that way he doesn't have to spend the money to buy them for himself because otherwise he's not going to really use them in his own laundry. And he's in an apartment, so his washer and dryer are not the same size. Poor baby. Yeah, she's upset because I don't have. Hi, Judy. I didn't even see you sneak in there. Hello, how are you? I hope you're well. I apologize for missing you. So his washer and dryer at home is not as big as mine, obviously. So I've offered to do his laundry for him. Ivy. And he hasn't said when he plans to give the quilt to his grandma, whether it's intended as a birthday gift or Christmas gift or what, or just a random gift. He hasn't said. I guess we'll wait and see. But we did ask if there was a way, if she was comfortable with recording her reaction to it. It would be really nice. She is also a crafter. She's a sewer and a crafter. She has her own sewing room. From what I understand from Lucas, she has done quilts before, but that's not the only hobby that she does with it. He says she makes a lot of baby doll clothes, and I'm assuming she sells them at craft fairs and things. That's her preference. So I'm sure she will really appreciate his efforts. He actually, the last time he was at his grandma's house, he took pictures of her sewing room for me to show me how she's got things laid out. Really kind of impressive. Moderators, I am not paying a whole horrible amount of attention in chat, and I do apologize for that. I'm trying, but if something comes up that I really need to know about, please send me a message. Try and tag me in it here, or send me a message on Facebook, or text me, and so then that way I can see it a little bit better. I am trying to pay attention, but when I'm focused on this, like things like this, my eyes are not on the screen, and so I have a tendency to miss things. That one doesn't feel like it. Cut. Hello, Patty. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you again. Good morning to you. I hope you're well. Patty, you're going to have to check the replay and see all about this beautiful diorama that I was gifted by an extended family member. All right, so now we've ironed those, or I'm sorry, we've trimmed those all up. These are all scraps. I'm going to put those in my scrap bag here. This is the scraps I still have for this project. Like, so much scraps. Still. And I gifted away all of my triangles once already. And now I have more. So I use scrap busters. You're going to see a whole heck of a lot of this fabric because I'm going to have a lot of it. There's that. All right, let's go ahead and get these ironed up now. That's what I thought. Iron them this way. There we go. We need to kind of do this a little bit more organized here, because otherwise it's going to take me days to do this. Let's do that. Sager says, I'm fine in quilting, lousy in gambling. I can't help that, I'm sorry. Go. Alright, be quiet. Quiet. She is once again just off the camera. Yes, it was. It's a miniature quilt room. It's absolutely beautiful. You can kind of see it here, but I actually pulled out the zoom camera, which is what you're seeing up there. I actually pulled out the zoom camera and really got in on the details. So make sure you check that out. If that's something that interests you. I will also try to post pictures of it, some more detailed pictures of it, on our Facebook and Instagram, just in case we have any community members that missed today's live stream entirely. Hi, Katie. How are you? Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. Katie had a busy day yesterday as well. She had her own live stream. And then she joined us for a little while in chat on ours here. So thank you for that. Katie and I will be back for our Peace of Mind Mending Pieces series in September. You'll have to forgive me. I have it written on my calendar. I just don't know what day it is in September yet. But we will be back for that. I really enjoy that conversation. I know that type of a conversation is not for everyone, and I completely understand. But I truly enjoy it. I think it has helped me tremendously. And I hope that it has also helped you guys as well to some extent. I am doing well, Katie. Thank you for asking. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with my neck muscles. It kind of had a little bit of a flare up last night before bed. But I am working on that. I've got some heat pads and some things, but otherwise I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Oh, you were on the whole time but watching. Well, that's okay. I appreciate you lurking and watching. I hope you had a good time. I knew you were in chat for a little while, but I'm glad that you were able to stick around with us for the whole thing. It was about 3.5 hours almost, which is about what I was figuring it was gonna be. I told Lucas when we started that I was figuring it was gonna be 3.5 hours. I think it was, I want to say it was 3 hours and 40 minutes. Maybe it was 2 hours and 40 minutes, or something in 40 minutes into that. Once a month get together has been very special and enlightening at the same time. I'm hoping we will grow as that people can come and talk freely. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yes, Joyce Taylor did do a fantastic job showing up. That's I'm kind of hoping that I can convince her to come back next month for another one because she did a great job. Like that went together so quick and so easily, and she looked like she was actually having a pretty good time with it. And she made the comment at the end. She said that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I'm like, it's not hard. Like, and even being on camera really isn't that. It's not really. It's not the same as standing in front of a crowd of people. It's a completely different thing. I zoomed in on the diorama. It's adorable. I love it. Lucky you. Oh, thank you, Marie. I do have zoomed in videos of it earlier in the live stream. If you wanted to check out the replay for it, I did that as well. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The level of detail that she went to is just amazing. I truly am lucky. I'm really, really grateful for it. It's so pretty. I love the fact that she even included a little Elvis picture. I just think that's so special. And Snickers was a great assistant. Yes, Terry. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. She was a very good assistant. Even at the very end when she fell off the table. Yes. And Maria, I apologize. I don't know that I said good morning to you, so good morning. Welcome. I'm just ironing out these corners. This block is going to go together super fast. Super, super duper fast. There's only 4 steps to it. We're already on step number 1. We're already finished with step number 1, or finishing up with it right now, so should go together pretty quickly. The next step, we're going to be taking a small little strip piece and we're going to be attaching 2 of the same color blocks together, so basically making the top and bottom halves. Oh, I did? Oh, okay. Well, good morning again. Yes, if you go back about an hour, yeah, into the live stream, you can see the diorama. Yep. And I apologize for the shaky camera and the diorama. I tried to be as steady as I could with it, so I didn't make anybody sick. But that's the little zoom cam thing that you see up here in the top here. That's what that is. If I turn that off, then it disconnects me from my Zoom call, and then I lose the video and I gotta it's a thing. So I just left it there. I may end up turning that into a new actual Zoom camera, like mounting it onto my Zoom camera thing here and doing it that way. Um, Instead of trying to do it the way I was doing it before, because the way I was doing it before, it never seemed to work correctly. I would get so frustrated with it. So I'm wondering if this might be a better way to do it. We'll see. We'll see. No, right now it's not interfering at all. It's just in case anybody sees it up there and it's like, what the heck is that? That's what it is. So, all right, so those are all ironed up now. So now we need to grab our piece number C, which is this one here. We're going to be attaching these to the center. Flip out my presser foot here for my guided quadrants, and I don't think I'm going to need that one anymore, but I'll keep it close by just in case. Don't think I'm going to need these anymore either. Alright, so basically we take 2 of these, same colors, flip them one to the side to the other, and we sew them up to one side. So I'm going to grab that. Let me just separate these now so that I'm Hi, baby. Excuse me. There we go. There we go. All right. That will make it a little bit easier to change these. Go. All right. I'm gonna pull my phone up here so that I can watch chat while we're talking. I'm always afraid I'm gonna miss something, and I don't want to. You guys are taking time out of your day to spend it with me, and the last thing I want to do is make you feel like you're being ignored. That is not my intention, ever. Yeah. No, these are going the wrong way. They do have to be on here a certain direction, and I think I've already stamped one of them incorrectly. So let's just double check here. If that one will work this way. This one will work. Oh, I guess that, I mean, it's the opposite way, but it'll work. It'll work. There we go. That's better. Now at least they'll all be the right direction. There we go. All right. So what is everyone else's plans for the rest of today? I plan to spend the majority of my day here in this room. Hi, Laura Lynn. Welcome back to the channel. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's so great to see you. I appreciate you popping in and saying hello. If you guys have not already, make sure you check out Laura Lynn over on Mom and Pop's channel. I think I have a link to that. If I don't, Terry could probably throw one up for me. They have such a fun channel over there. I often catch replays. I'm not able to catch a lot of their live streams, but I catch a lot of their replays. Thank you so much for popping in today and saying hello. Welcome. We are working on a block of the month program. This is block number 7. And I'm pretty sure this is the last block. I'm pretty sure. I think the next one that we get will just be borders and binding. But we'll have to wait and see. Seems the bot's on it. Oh, well, good. I'm glad. Sometimes the bot can be very helpful, and other times it's not. So, but I'm glad that it was on the ball this time. So thank you for that. But anyway, welcome to the channel. What did she say? I plan on enjoying this big salad that will take me an hour. Oh, well, then I will need a nap from the big salad. Terry, that sounds amazing. A big salad sounds really good. Mr. Wizard and I had purchased some sushi for dinner for last night. And so I did eat some of it last night after our live stream, but not a lot because it was so late at night I didn't want to eat too much. So I fully intend on eating the rest of my half of the sushi for lunch today, as well as my cheese and crackers. I'm excited for that after the stream today. But we're going to do this block up here first real quick. Shouldn't take us too long. time is it? 11:30, almost 12. Okay, well we got about an hour, half an hour to an hour. Let's see what much of it we can get done. Worst case scenario, if we don't finish, I do have some time blocked out in my schedule to be able to do a part B live stream tomorrow to finish this piece up, these pieces up if we need it. We'll have to kind of wait and see what happens here. Why did I only have... Laura says she's been lurking. No problem, Laura. There's no need to apologize for lurking. No need to apologize at all. Why do I have so many extras of these? Let's see. We're going to use it for something else. Oh, we are. Okay. I'm like, why do I have so many more of these? Alright. Now I understand. Okay. Go ahead and pull parts. You didn't sleep well. Well, Laura, I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. Do never apologize for lurking. There's no need to apologize for lurking. I am so grateful for every person that spends time with me, whether that be in the chat, whether that be lurking, whether that be watching a replay, whether that be just saying hi in a comment or on our Instagram or any of those pieces. I am just so grateful that you guys take time out of your day to spend a little bit of that time with me, no matter to what capacity. So never apologize for hanging out. I truly appreciate it, no matter how it is that you decide to spend your time with me. I'm always grateful. No need to apologize. Alright, so there's those. Let's go ahead and iron these up real quick. All but one of these are going the correct direction, and the other one I can just kind of flip around, so no big deal. But Laura, I am sorry to hear that you didn't sleep very well last night. I hope that you're able to get in a nap today to feel a little bit better. Oh, looks like Linda has redeemed a random fat quarter. Congratulations, Linda, on earning enough thimbles to redeem a fat quarter. I will have those get to you guys in the mail in the next few weeks. I have run out of envelopes, and I'm waiting for more to show up. I have ordered them. I'm just waiting for them to arrive. Kind of hoping to get them on Monday. I'm kind of hoping. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I'm hoping to get them here soon. But in the meantime, I'm just kind of keeping a running tally of them, so feel free to continue to redeem them, and I promise you will get them. For those of you who are new to the channel or have not been around for a while, I do have basically it's a points program in chat. They're called thimbles. You are earning those as you're participating in chat and as you're watching the channel here today. You can also earn more of them by playing some of the games that we have available in chat. And then you can take those thimbles, and once you've earned enough of them, you can redeem them in for prizes. And as long as you are located within the US or Canada, I am happy to mail them to you, although I have mailed them internationally before as well. The fabric that I scrapped to you is too pretty to cut up. Well, which fabric is that? Is that this fabric here with the triangles, Terry, or was it a different fabric? Terry is referring to my members only program that we have a Scrap Busters Club as part of our members only program. So at least once a year, I mail out pieces of our scrap fabric. I keep all of my scraps, and then once a year I mail them out to our members. You get a big old box. It's an 8x8x4 box that's just stuffed with different sized pieces of fabric. Some of them are yardage cuts. Some of them are pre-cut, extra pre-cuts from a project. Some of them are smaller cuts like the triangles we just had a little while ago. She's talking about those. Oh, and I do apologize in advance if you guys hear if my audio is a little crackly or comes in and out. I'm having issues with my connection. And it's because I need to upgrade my equipment, and I need to get that on order. I have not ordered it yet, but I need to get that on order. I'm working on it. Alright, so let's go ahead and sew up this other side now. Connect these all up together. Oh, let's see. Go. The pink fat quarters will go to my granddaughter's decor in her room. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you like them. I still have so many fat quarters available. My goodness, just so many. Fat quarters are my go-to pre-cut. They really are. They're my go-to pre-cut, and so I always have just an absolute ton of them. And usually when I buy them when they're on sale, and I usually buy more than one bundle of them. And so what ends up happening is I will make a project with them, and then whatever I have left over after that project, or if I have an extra bundle, I'll take that bundle and I'll toss it into our Thimble Redemptions boxes, and then so you guys end up with back orders from that bundle. Or I will do a giveaway on a live stream sometime and give them away that way as well. Which we haven't done a giveaway on this channel in a while. It seems like I think we're due for one. I'm not doing one today, but I definitely think we're due for one. So I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna look through my stash and see what I'm ready to part with, and we'll go from there. So make sure you guys check out our live streams coming up, because who knows? I like to do giveaways at random. That way I know that they're kind of being gifted to a subscriber or somebody who watches the channel on a regular basis, as opposed to a lurker or not a lurker. I love my lurkers. As opposed to someone who doesn't necessarily follow the channel as regularly as others. So, and the majority of my giveaways are done through live streams. So that's usually where you will see them. Yes, yes, you absolutely can do a lot with a fat quarter, Terry, and that's why I buy them. That's why I have so many of them, and I keep them, because I love the fact that most of them are like curated, like the bundles are curated, so the fabrics are already kind of picked out for me, and for the most part, most of the patterns that I follow, you're able to make those with a fat quarter or two. So, Terry reminded everybody to give a thumbs up while you're here. Thank you, Terry, very much for that reminder. If you guys could do that for me, if you could go over and tickle that like button for me, I'd appreciate it. I wish I could get a sound effect to go off so that every time somebody would tickle the like button, it made like a little tickle me Elmo sound, because I think that would be so much fun. But I can't get it to happen. I can't get it to work. I tried. Because I think that would be so much fun. Alright, there we go. Since you're sending my patterns, do you still need my address? No, Linda, I do not. No, I have your address. Yep. In fact, I will open up that package for your patterns, and I will throw your redemption in there with it, so then that way I'm saving myself on some postage. So, no worries. No worries. I have your address. If you've received a package from me this year, then I already have your address, unless, of course, you've moved recently. I have started actually keeping the addresses. I wasn't for a while. And then I recently started keeping them just to make it easier for you guys because there's usually a regular group of people that are redeeming their thimbles. Every once in a while, I'll get a new redemption, which I think is awesome. Um, but for the most part, it's the same. It's the same regulars. All right, so I'm just ironing these up now. You can see that they're kind of like half of the bottom or top of the flower pieces. I guess it's a flower. I don't really know what it is. It's not a star. I guess it would be considered a flower of some kind. A couple of my fabrics are directional, and I didn't really pay very much attention to making sure that they were going the correct direction when I made them. I'm not really worried about it. It is what it is. I'm not going to let it bother me. Terry, I moved from the couch to the chair. Well, I hope it was a successful move, Terry. Hope there weren't a whole lot of boxes involved. Joyce says, at least you're moving. Yeah, I mean, Joyce, sometimes that's a struggle in itself. Uh, that's funny. Too funny. Too funny. You guys are funny. I love your sense of humor. Right. 12:07. I think it's going to be real close as to whether we finish this project on this live stream or not. We might actually run a little bit over just so that we can get it done. I hate to do a whole nother like 2 hour live stream if we only needed it for like 10 extra minutes. So we'll see. We'll see. We only have one other little assembly piece to go together. And then we can put the whole thing together. So it should go together pretty well. Hi, baby. Did you come back? Nothing's changed. I haven't left the room. And the snacks don't just magically appear. So nothing's changed. Sorry. Still no snacks. Sorry. Thanks for coming in, though. Again, right off the camera. You can see her head. She's sitting just off the camera. Sandra says I'm comfortable. Just go till you're finished. I'm comfortable. All right, Sandra. I'm glad you're comfy. Do you need anything to drink? You need a snack or soda, another coffee? I can top you up. It might be a little cold by the time it gets to you, but I can try to top you up if you need. All right. We are on step number 3, folks. There's only 4 steps to this whole project, so it's going to go together pretty quick. Step number 3 says we are going to be using our C fabrics, which is these here. We're going to be attaching these tiny little squares to it. I've got a couple of pieces here that got a little bit of a fold in them, so I'm just going to iron those up real quick. Poor Ivy. They look like butterfly wings in the making. Yeah, I mean, I guess they could be. Yeah, here, I'll show you guys what the block looks like again. Give me a second. I just want to iron up these couple of pieces. They got a little bit of a fold in here. So. Yeah, I mean, they could be a butterfly. It could be like a butterfly. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I'll show you. This is the block that we're making. You can see it right there. That's what we're making. Ooh, focus. But that's what we're making. So it's a flower, I'm thinking, but it could be a butterfly too. I mean, you could turn it into a butterfly. All right, so let me grab this one here. I'm going to sew up this to the end of each one of these. Take them on the machine, one right after the other, chain piecing them up. Tinkerbell wings. There you go. Yeah, Tinkerbell wings. Yeah, that could be a good one. It is a pretty flower. It's all this fabric line is just gorgeous. Like absolutely beautiful. The whole fabric line is. And even this quilt, I love the sample block theme that it's got going on, and I like that it looks random, but it's not random. It's kind of organized chaos. I kind of like it, and that's one of the reasons why I signed up for it. I like the blocks that we're making. I love the fabric line. It's called Wild Meadow by Moda is the fabric line. The block is called Norfolk Wild Meadow. It is a Annie's Attic exclusive. So I'm not sure that you can buy the pattern or that the pattern is available for purchase. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure that it's available for purchase, but it's beautiful. It really is very pretty. And the day I signed up for it, one of our subscribers asked me if I would be willing to send them the patterns for each of the blocks, and I agreed to that. They even offered to pay for it, and that's just silly. They don't need to do that. But I will be sending them the block pattern pieces once the quilt is completed. I'm not making copies of it. I'm not selling it to them. So then that way I'm not distributing um, copywritten material. I'm gifting it. So there's a difference there. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Really tiny. I hope it's right. Right back to this live. That's great promotion. It is. It is great promotion. That is great. Apparently, I'm doing something correctly when it comes to my hashtags. So I appreciate that. I do know that I have gained a couple of new subscribers from this project. They have reached out to me in email and things like that because they've run into trouble with it. And so they've reached out to me. So I'm really grateful that I've gained a couple of new friends from it. There we go. All right. I ended up with an extra piece. Okay, so this towards the center, which is this way. Just iron these up, and then all we have to do is sew them up to each other. What are these pieces for? I don't know what those pieces are for yet. They're obviously for something, I just don't know what. I have two more sets of pieces that are labeled E and F, and I don't know what they're for. I don't know. No clue. No clue. Because I'm not seeing anything. Thinking maybe there were border pieces, but I don't even see border pieces. Terry, thank you for throwing that link up there. I appreciate it. I believe if you're watching this as a replay, you can also get a link to it in the description. I think I put one there too. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, so the E and F strips to the block center as shown in block 7 diagram. Arrange matching units from step 2 and step 3 in rows, figure 4. Okay. Oh, I see now. Yeah, so I was right there, border pieces. Okay. My brain was like, it just did not compute. So, okay, so now these go to these. Terry, did you accidentally hide someone? Did you accidentally click something? Which is totally fine because I accidentally click things all the time, so I am not joking. I'm not judging anyone. Okay. Did someone accidentally get unlinked? Oh, no worries. It happens. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Sorry about that, Patty. You know, our fat fingers, we click things accidentally sometimes. No worries about it, Kathy. No one's upset about it. It's not a big deal. We all make mistakes. I'm glad we were able to fix it. Patty's like, what? Huh? I don't even know what just happened. Don't worry, Patty. It's fixed now, so there's nothing to worry about. No worries. I don't know what you're talking about. I be quiet. No worries. No worries. All right, let's put these up. So it does appear that there are some border pieces that go around the outside of this block. I don't think I need to keep you guys in suspense for some border pieces. I can probably do that off camera. But I'll at least show you what the block is going to look like when they're done. So, no big deal. No worries. Okay. Just chuckling. Terry says, Ivy, come here to Auntie Terry. Auntie Terry will give you some snacks. Mommy's being mean, so Auntie Terry will come and fix it. Right? Oh, you would have a friend for life, Terry, I'm telling you. So all you need to do is give her a snack and you've got a friend for life. And she's a good snuggler, too. When she wants to snuggle. She's very picky about when she gives out her snuggles. But when she decides she wants a snuggle, she's good at it. She likes to come up and bury her head under your chin. And she likes hugs. She likes to give hugs. She'll come up to you when we're sitting in the recliner in the living room. She'll come climbing up into the recliner, and she'll climb up onto our chest, and she'll put her paws on both sides of our shoulders, and then she'll lean her cheek into our mouth so that we have to give her kisses, and she's giving us a hug. That's what she likes to do. Terry, my fingers are the only non-fat thing on my body. That's that's funny. That's really funny. Uh, just matching up these center seams here. So we're sewing up both halves of these butterfly wings is probably the best way to describe them to this little strip set with this little square in the middle to make our block pieces. Got one more to do here. All right. Oh, we'll do that one up front. Everybody's getting their thimble game on in chat. I think I love it. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying that program. I was skeptical about putting it in here because I wasn't sure if that was really something that that people would enjoy here on this type of a community. It's something that I found on one of the gaming communities that I follow, and so I just wasn't sure if that was if that was really something that you know was something done on this type of a community. But obviously, quilters are also big gamblers. There are also some pretty big gamblers, so towards the center, so this way. Who'd have thunk it? Let me grumble. Alright, so let me iron these up. We'll get the other half done, and then I will put the borders and the borders around it off camera. You don't necessarily need to hang out for that. Get these done, and then the next time we come back to this project, I am pretty sure it's just going to be putting this thing together. So that might end up being an extended stream so that we can get the whole thing put up, all the rows and columns put up together. I'm waiting for that package to come in the mail, and then once it does, we'll plan it out accordingly. That might end up being a couple of days streams. We'll see. Did you want to hear something wild? Patty says. I was pulling the big button tin out and it slipped and fell on the floor, scattering thousands of buttons everywhere. Oh no, Patty. Oh, that's terrible. I am so sorry. That is always my biggest fear because I do have a button box as well. It was something that I inherited when my grandma passed. Her button box is. I just remember there being a whole heck of a lot more buttons in it, so I think she must have emptied it out at one point in time. But every time I have to move it or pull it out, because there's no top on it, it's just this wooden box. And it's the coolest box ever. I'll have to bring it out one day. But yeah, every time I pull it out, I'm terrified that I'm gonna do that with it. So I feel for you. Or the dustbuster. Yeah, if you could get like a shop vac, a big shop vac, that might be a good way to pull it up because it's nice big hose on it, and it won't damage the buttons, sucking them up. Yeah. All right, so now we need to attach these pieces, making sure we're matching these up correctly, which, sometimes is sometimes is half the battle. There are some seams to nest up here in the center. There are some seams nesting up here in the center. Yeah, this one goes pretty quickly. My husband gets meds every month. I will use the see-through ones as button holders. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a good idea too. The canister vacuum, good. I play for free on our local casino app, and when I build up enough points, I get real money, and I have to go there and gamble with it. Oh, wow. That's kind of neat, Joyce. That's one way to get you into the casino. You earn real money that you then have to gamble at a real casino to get you in. That's one way to do it. Yeah, mine don't cost you any money. In fact, they only cost me money when you redeem them because I pay for the postage to mail you your prizes. So they don't cost you guys anything at all. Well, there you go. Teresa says I can lend you some if you need more. Everywhere you could think of, Patty. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we could hear you. Is that what that noise was? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense though. A few more if you need some. Now I understand Terry's comment. It was about the swear words, not about buttons. That's even more funny. Oh, so clever. That's funny. I have a few more if you need some. That's funny. All right, two more here to go. That's a big no. Oh, that's funny. That is really funny. You're using buttons on all your rag quilts? That's awesome. Is that just like an accent then? Sherlock Cheryl has asked me if I can teach her how to put a rag quilt together because she would like to make one for her bedroom bed for the winter. And I think they're really cool to make. They're super easy to do, especially if you make them out of like a flannel or a fleece material. They're really easy to make. I've made a handful of them now. I've made one for almost all the girls. Oh, good way to use them up. Yeah, absolutely. Gives it a nice flourish, a nice embellishment. I see you huffing and puffing over there. I got nothing though. There's no magic in here. Sorry. There's no magical snack bin in here. I know it seems like they fall from the snacks fall from the ceiling, but they really don't. Sorry. She over there pouting. You see her pouting? She keeps coming back in here to check, just in case she's missed something. Nope, you haven't missed anything. Alright, that was the last one. Let me go ahead and iron these up, and I'll show you guys what these blocks will look like. The last piece of this is to add a border all the way around them. I'm not going to keep you guys here for that. I can do that off camera. I was wondering what these other pieces were here for, and that's what they're here for. So let's go ahead and press these real quick. Ooh, ouch, that didn't feel great. Come towards the center. That's this way. Just give them a quick finger press with my thumbnail there. Get flat. Give it a nice press. Somebody asked me the other day, and forgive me for, I don't remember which subscriber it was, but somebody had asked me that since I use the wool pressing mat and I don't use steam in my iron, do I notice a difference between using the mat and steaming? And the answer to that question is a little bit. I do notice it a little bit. There have been times where I have some really just tough seams that will just not lay flat for me. For the most part, the wool pressing mat does an amazing job, and it prevents me from having to use steam in my iron. And I'm going to say 80 to 95% of the time it does that. Every once in a while, I will get a really stubborn seam or a really stubborn wrinkle, and it just does not want to come out. And when that happens, rather than filling my iron up with water and using steam and, maybe making it leak or do whatever, in those situations, what I actually do is I keep a water bottle in my sewing room here that is just filled with distilled water so that way it doesn't get all funky on me. No, Terry, I have not ordered them yet. I do plan on ordering them, but I have not ordered them yet. They're on my wish list on Amazon. I'm waiting for my next paycheck. But I will spray the fabric down with that distilled water, and then use my iron kind of as a steam. And that seems to do the trick just fine, and then I'm still not needing to fill my iron up with water or, fill up the room with humidity from all the steam that I'm using. I'm not worried about destroying any of my, ironing tables or anything like that with the hot steam, things like that. So I for the most part, the wool pressing mat does an amazing job. I don't have any issues with it. I will say this: if you have recently purchased a wool pressing mat, for the first couple of months, actually, you're gonna want to put something underneath your mat to absorb any moisture. For whatever reason, a brand new pressing mat holds a lot of moisture in it, and I think that's just part of the process, the manufacturing process. So usually what I do is I will put a towel underneath it to absorb a lot of the moisture for it. The other thing that I will recommend that you do is purchase if you, especially if you have a wood surface that you're working on and you don't want that wood surface to like bow or anything like that. Purchase one of these. Purchase an ironing mat. You can buy them on Amazon. They're designed for. They're designed to allow you to be able to iron like on your washing machine or things like that, but they prevent the heat from transferring through the fabric. Some people use a piece of aluminum foil, which I've seen as well. You could do that if that's something you prefer to. I've done that also. I didn't like the aluminum foil because it transferred the temperature heat, not necessarily the steam heat, but the temperature heat. I didn't like that. The ironing mats that I have, and I have one on my little ironing table that I used to use, that seemed to work the best, although just a regular old bath towel works really well too. Just lay it flat, put the ironing mat on top of the bath towel, and then iron on that, and that will help you absorb a lot of that moisture that comes through the mat. I would recommend moving the mat around, taking that towel out, doing those types of things, just to kind of, move those things around so that they're not sitting there. They don't get all, you know, mildewy or anything like that. But that will help prevent some of that moisture coming through. Barry Quilt's got a big cutting board and put little feet underneath the bottom of it and put his wool mat on top of that. That's an idea, Joyce. Yeah, that's an idea too. Yeah, I usually just tell people to use the towel because that seems to work the best for from what I can tell. And then just make sure you're moving those and kind of airing them out every once in a while so that they dry so they don't get all mildewy and stuff on the bottom. But I don't put any water in my irons. Yeah, I don't anymore either. I did when I first started sewing because that was, what you were supposed to do, or at least so I thought. But the quilting community has taught me a lot, and one of those things is don't put water in your iron. Um, that way it doesn't leak all over you. That way, it can't get all gunky and gross. And then this way you just use the spray bottle, and now you can control where the water goes, and you don't necessarily need to worry about all that steam either. So just a couple of tips and tricks that I have learned. Take them for what they are. They're just recommendations or suggestions. You do your own thing. Terry says I've made my own ironing mats cheaper, but not cheap. Frugal. Oh no, no, I understand that, Terry, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do have the material that I could make my own with. I just haven't done it. So let me show you guys what these blocks look like right now. So this is what the blocks look like right now. Now imagine them with a white border all the way around. That's what these pieces are here for. I will add those off camera. You guys don't need to watch me do that. But here's what they look like. You guys probably were watching me, excuse me, iron them up as I was making them. But here you go. There you go. So I will put those borders on off camera. There's really no need for me to keep you guys here any longer than is necessary. You guys know how to put borders on. So they're just border pieces for the sides and the top and bottom. So that the finished block actually looks like, ouch, it's hard to see it in the camera here, but this piece right here, stupid lighting. Can you see it? This one right here. But that's what it will look like when we're done with it. And then from there, I'm pretty sure that this is our last block. I think the next block that we get will be borders and backing, or backing and binding. I'm pretty sure borders, backing, and binding, and the instructions to put it all together is pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that that's what the next kit will be. I could be wrong though. Who knows? Lord knows that stranger things have happened before. But we will have to wait and see. Terry, I am also looking forward to seeing this whole quilt come together. It's not really a color palette that I would have normally chosen for myself. I'm not usually big into pink fabrics, But I really liked this one. I really liked the design of it. I liked that it's kind of that sampler quilt where every block is a little bit different, but they're all kind of the same too. So I really liked that. I really enjoyed this program. There was a little bit of a hiccup about 3/4 of the way into this project, and that was because Annie's Attic was going through a restructuring and they were going through a change with their website, and so we ended up getting a second clue, and we got charged for it as well, so we didn't get it for free, but we did get the fabric for it. That's kind of where my brain went with it, is that, yeah, they charged me for it. I didn't return it. I kept the fabric, so the way I look at it, I was paying for the fabric. It might have been a little bit more expensive than if I just bought the fabric from a quilt store, but that's the way I looked at it. I know that not everyone that was part of this group looked at it that way. A lot of people were really upset about the fact that they got charged for it and things like that. That's everyone's preference. I mean, each person has different feelings on the subject. I looked at it as they gave me so much extra fabric for this whole thing that paying for one extra kit, not a big deal. And you guys are going to get to benefit from that anyway, or at least our members will, because that will just get tossed into the members only Scrap Busters Club. So there you go. So anyway, friends, that is it for today's block. We will be back next week with our puppies quilt. I'm so excited to finally start to be making puppy heads for that one. I'm really excited about it. I think we might actually bring out the clover iron for that one, that project as well, because those pieces are so tiny that I think the clover iron is really going to work well for those. So we might bring that clover iron back out. I will get a thumbnail up for next week's video here shortly so that hopefully we don't have issues like we did today. And then I'm going to be starting to work on our August schedule. I think that I will probably do that next week. I'll probably line that one up next week so we can start to figure that out. Not August schedule, I'm sorry, September schedule. There's a possibility we may be doing 2 Saturday streams in September. We're going to have to wait and see how that goes. I will let you guys know as soon as I know. Keep an eye on our channel. Keep an eye on our Facebook, on our Instagram. If you guys are working on something and you want to share that with me, I would absolutely love to see that. I would be honored. Please make sure you share pictures of that on our Facebook or Instagram. If you don't have either one of those and you still want to share it with me, then just email it to me. I'm happy to look at them that way as well. And if you want, I can share them with the community if you prefer. But that is it for today, folks. Thanks again so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate y'all being here. I really appreciate it. I loved all of our new friends that came and joined us today. Thank you so much to you guys. If you didn't catch it already, make sure you go back and watch the replay so you can get an inside look into what this was. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm so humbled and so honored. I keep looking at it and finding more and more details, and I just love it so much. So make sure you guys check that out as well. That is it for today. I will see all of you again next week. I don't know that there are any live streams next week during the week. Let me check the schedule. I think I have the week off. Yeah, there are no live streams during the week this week, so I get a whole week off. What am I going to do with myself? I do not know. I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your weekend, folks. See you. Bye for now.